signpost tire combo ironic?
How is it ironic?
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I say ironic? I meant fucking awesome.
Common mistake.
What do you think was the toughest part about writing on this project?
Staying fresh on the later levels. Like I said, a lot of the moves are kind of similar. They're different objects, but being used the same way in a different context. But ultimately, you're talking about the same sort of thing happening. A barrel being put over somebody's head, or a candle being jammed in an eye, or whatever it is that's happening. And it's like, well, how many different things can I write about the word fire? We would write, I know this is the way I would work, is I would have several documents open. I would have a thesaurus open, and and a rhyming dictionary. And
I had a slang dictionary.
And a slang dictionary, yeah. And you'd look at what was going on. Okay, it's something with a bell. Okay, what is every cliche about a bell? The bell tolls for thee, ringing the dinner bell, whatever, bats on the belfry. And you start thinking about those things. What rhymes with bell? Okay, what can I get that's maybe a joke that works, but it's a rhyme, and that's not going to translate. What other words are there for bells? Let's see, gongs, chimes. And we would go through all these lists trying to think of funny things we could write about that. And that's just basically the wordplay aspect of it. That's almost the sort of mechanical low-hanging fruit that you get out of the way, so you have some lines in your back pocket.
Those were like the one-liners that they would say, so it could be like real quick. Like you hit him with the bell, he'd be like, "Oh, that guy's got bats in his belfry," and then you're out. It'd be like for the quick ones, and then we still had to think of the more elaborate kind of back and forth jokes, which would a whole other beast.
And the back and forth jokes are really my favorite because when you're doing that, when you're really in the groove, you might come up with you just start writing. You don't even know what the other guy's going to say. You just write something, and the other guy, who is you, I mean, he's you, right. Just because he's in your head, will say something that will make you laugh out loud. Yeah. And for this instant, you'll think to yourself, that was really funny. I wish I'd thought of it. But you do think of it. It's you, obviously. And that's when it's really fun and when it's really magic.
Yeah, I would do that a lot, too. When you go back and forth, you'd be like, one guy, then the next, one guy, then the next, one guy, then the next. And sometimes you'd have to back up. You go, okay, wait, I went too far, and now the joke's just stupid. You're like, but here's a good cut-off point. And you'd be like, oh, okay, that worked out. And all it was just one guy says something, how would you react? Okay, this is what I would say. Oh, then how would he react to that? Okay, this is what he would say. And that's kind of, it was basically all either my head or his head.
And sometimes it would be both of us. I am Warren, the first half of a line, and go, it needs a finish. This is a funny start. Where does it go? And Warren would write back something that I wouldn't have thought of in a million years. And often...
Sometimes, though, you would even send me just like a one-liner, or I would send you a one-liner, and we would just react to that one line with our own reaction. So we would send it not looking for it to be a back and forth, but what the response that came back was so good, it became a back and forth.
Yeah.
So thanks a lot, guys. Mark, thank you for Skyping in. Actually, chatting in from Tokyo.
Yeah, no, thanks. Nice to meet you guys. It was fun.
Nice to meet you.
It was good fun. One last thing I want to ask you guys. Is there any way I can get a couple autographs for the fans that we could send out? Is there any way to make that happen?
Sure.
What is it that we should be autographing?
I don't know. I'll send you an email and we'll figure it out.
Yeah, if you guys want to send us like a packet of posters, if you got, I don't know, whatever kind of promo materials,
we'll sign them
and then send them back.
All right, thanks Ken and Warren for hanging out and talking with Mark and I over iChat. Hopefully we'll be able to do that more in the future and make it even cooler. Now I want to actually get to some of your questions. You've submitted lots of them through NeoGAF, through lots of different websites, and through our own forums, which I really hope that lots of you join up on and send us more questions in the future. The first one that everyone wants to know is about the difficulty and playtime for MadWorld. And I think now that some of you have it in your hands, you already know, but for the people who are still on the fence and want to know more about the game before they buy it, let's ask Nishikawa-san about that. Nishikawa-san, マッドのプレイ時間と難易度に関してちょっと教えてください。
まず難易度は、Wii というハードと操作性があるので少し、優しい。 けどそれは最初だけで、敵がどんどんステージを進むことによってすごく強くなってきていろんな敵も出てくるのでどんどん難しくって最後は多分すごい何回も死ぬと思う。だから、最初からこうなんかコアゲーマー向けのすごい難しいゲームっていうんじゃなくてだんだんエスカレーター式にこう難しくなっていく難易度に設定してます。もう一個そのプレイ時間っていうのは、すごいストレートに進んでいったら多分10時間もないかなと。けど、マッドワールドはその一本道のゲームじゃないので、一つのエリア一つのエリアってこうクリアしていっても新しいミッションが追加されて、新しい面白さが出てくるのでまた違ったルールで前クリアしたエリアを何回も遊べるから、それをしだすともう何十時間何百時間ってすごく遊べるものになると思う。
それまあ一種名でも、やっぱりブラッドパスチャレンジとかボス戦改良してもすぐ、やらないとあかんというルールはないので、自分がもっと楽しくキルしたかったらそういうプレイもできますね。
そうだからマッドワールドはその30分っていう一つの試合の制限時間の中でいかにポイントを稼いでいくかっていう面白さがあるので、何かこうフラグが立って新しいミッションが追加されたからそれクリアするだけのゲームじゃなくて、それをするかしないかは全てユーザーの判断、もっともっとそれをやらずにもっと新しいことをしたいとかだったらそれでもいいし、いやいや BBC ブラッドバスチャレンジをもっと遊びたいって思えばすぐにそこに行って遊べばいいし、ボス戦まで、そのボスを倒したクリアっていうまでの中にどれだけのその遊ぶ要素があるかっていうのは時間以内に縛りはないので、もう好きなだけ自分のしたいことやってほしい。それができるのがマッドワールド。
でハードモードは
ハードモードはノーマルモードはもともとコンティニューがデフォルトでついてるけどハードモードは一切ないです。プラス敵のその強さっていうのは最初のエリアステージのエリアからめちゃくちゃ強いので、標識刺すのでもすごく大変な、難易度にしてます。だからアメリカのね超コアゲーマーの人でもそう簡単にはクリアできないんじゃないかなっていう難易度にしてます。
Cool. Thank you.